was after hours at the diner, and my coffee was getting cold. It had been nearly 45 minutes, and the waiter still had not arrived with my eggs Benedict, extra hollandaise, and a side of rye toast. Peculiar. It was the perfect night for a murder. I heard the thunder. The rain, she was coming down heavy, boys. Pow, pow. And then I heard it. The scream of a lifetime. Now I knows that I should have walked away then and there's, but there was something about that night. Something about the coincidence of it all, see? Something about the promise of a belly full of hollandaise sauce. I had to investigate. Now you might be thinking, what kind of wonky goofball goes outside after hearing a gunshot? Well, the kind of son of a bitch that knows 2 shots means a hit job, see? Besides, I had some of the finest THC this side of Archibald Orchards. The owner, middle-aged man, brown hair, blue eyes, wristwatch on his left arm, dead. Behind the diner is where I found him. Right where we used to share a sesh every now and again. Put down like a damn dog. It's a shame. Garibaldi made the best hollandaise sauce in the world. Murdered. And not a shred of evidence, save for the stash. Yes, you heard it. The stash. The Gentlemen Stache. My coffee must be getting cold. So I goes back inside. 11:33 p.m. It's quiet. Too quiet. And that's when I seen him. Out of the corner of my peepers. A stranger. I thinks to myself, I've been coming to this diner for years, and I ain't never seen this fella before. I don't knows much, but what I do knows is that if there's one thing you don't do to a stranger, it's let him know that you know he's a stranger. So that's exactly what I, Detective Dake, Rutherfordshire, Williamson, Jr., Sr., did. But first, a disguise? Little late for a Sammy, ain't it?
Depends who's asking, see?
Oh, just a friendly passerby. Looks like we might be reined in for the night, don't it?
Yeah, looks that way, don't it?
Can I ask you something, stranger? You ever heard of the Gentlemen Stache?
What I heard of is a man that don't like being messed with while he's eating a Sammy.
Mind if I pull up a chair?
Sure as I mind. But it's a free country, ain't it? That's what old Billy King says anyway.
One hell of a night out there.
Sure is. And it seems like it's shaping up to be one hell of a night in here too.
And how do you figure that, son?
I figures I got a grubby detective trying to pull the wool over my eyes, see? I figures I'll be kissing steel faster than you can say Jiminy Williker.
Hold on there, Sonny. I didn't say nothing about going nowheres.
You ain't got nothing on me, see? You're just a dime store detective with a greasy stash and too much marijuana on the brain. And this caper you're trying to solve, well, it ain't got no solving to spare.
There's just something on my mind. You see, it's been nearly 45 minutes, and the waiter still has not brought my eggs Benedict. Now, call me old-fashioned, but I'm used to first come, first serve here at this diner. Now, if I do recall, I ordered my coffee at approximately, let's say 10:30. And I drank enough cups of Joe in my day to know that it takes at least 45 minutes for that piping hot cup of Darjeeling to be not so piping hot no more. And in all my years of coming to this diner, I ain't never had to drink a cold cup of coffee, see? Now what I'm getting at here is that I know for a fact you ain't been sitting there for more than 25 minutes. And do you want to know how I knows? Because it takes me 6 to smoke a cigarette. And since you sat down, I only smoked 3, see? And why might that be peculiar? Well, stranger, I still don't have my eggs Benedict, but somehow you got a big fat Sammy sitting below your chin. Now, there ain't no way that same waiter that would have brought me my eggs Benedict made you that Sammy. So what I'm getting at here is that someone else made you that Sammy. Someone else been behind the grill, someone else been snooping around. Unless you got another explanation for the fact that you got mustard stains on your little greasy grabbers, you better spill the goddamned beans. I brought the greasy bastard in after that.
Take 'em away, boys.
Thought they'd throw the book at him, considering the circumstances. Turns out the law don't work like that no more. Turns out the book got thrown at me. Discharged. I ain't nothing but a lowly private eye now. They took it all. My badge, my dignity, my purpose. Fighting for the shake at the bottom of a dime bag. But I got to keep one thing before it all went down. The stash. Something hypnotizing about the thing. You see, I couldn't get that greasy grubber out of my head. I knew he would be getting up to trouble again. Just had to wait. Evening.
You again? Why can't you just leave a man well enough alone to conduct his business, see?
Oh, I ain't looking to get in the way of your business, friend. Say, prosperous caper?
I thought that you was kicked off the force on account of you putting an innocent man in the joint without a shred of evidence. And Sonny, I ain't talking the good type of joint neither.
Innocent man. No, I ain't here to hassle you, see? I'm a private eye now. Well, this is strictly personal.
Well, if you was curious, they didn't have what I was looking for is anyway, see?
Say, how's about you swing by my office, let's say 8:40 tomorrow, and we can sort this whole little misunderstanding out, like gentlemen, and I can serve you a whiskey.
And why exactly, in the name of Woodcock Fancy Son, would I want to do that? Say?
Sure, I guess I'm just a little out of my mind today. I just thought you might be interested to know that I never relinquished any evidence to the force. Fact, I never reported nothing neither.
All right, you got yourself a deal, see? But don't you try any funny business. You ain't got those gunslinging bong blockers to protect you no more's.
Wouldn't dream of it. Wouldn't dream of it.
Hello, my dinky dainty. Hello, me dainty darling. Hello, my greasy sweet pea.
You know, I always loved that tune. Hello, me dainty darling. You know, I think that I might fancy a whiskey. What do you say, stranger?
I say you got no authority to keep a man against his will. See? Two-timing a man with the promise of a sesh only to handcuff his mate to a chair? Well, that's about as greasy as it gets.
I do insist. It's customary to pour the guest a drink. You know, you got a familiar smell to you. Couldn't be. No, it couldn't be. Dare I say it? Alaskan thunderfuck? You know, back in the hollandaise.
Did you say hollandaise?
What do you know about hollandaise sauce?
I knows it's the most delicious morsel on this godforsaken planet. I knows a good hollandaise can bring a man to his knees, see?
Listen, kid, I ain't messing around here. The way I see it, you got something to say? You can either tell me right now, or you can tell my greasy, single-shot Colt Patterson that I got pointed straight at your dangling jimmies in about 10 seconds. So I suggest that you make up your little tiny mind here.
What I got to say, see, is that I've had a PP-37 pointed squarely at your sack since the moment we sat down.
Son, either we're both walking out of here with our little bald-headed bastards intact, or one of our little sergeants ain't gonna make it till the end of the war. So you'd better start talking.
Looky here, see? I purchased my one-way ticket to hell a long time ago, and I'm just waiting in the train station for the conductor to yell, all aboard.
Spill the beans, come on, come on.
That hashling at Dave's Diner? Well, he made the best hollandaise of all, see? The kind of hollandaise you want to tell your pep about. The kind of hollandaise you hope your great-grandchildren will one day know and love. His name was Garibaldi Glutshire. He wasn't a bad man. Just got mixed up with the wrong folk. Dave's Diner was going broke, so he took the stash. I've been at the diner trying to save the man. What's the big idea, see?
I knows you're innocent. You see, my friend, I too mourn the loss of that sweet, sweet hollandaise. Just about every day of my miserable life. I can taste it in my dreams. I can smell it on a rainy evening. The hollandaise. I knows that any man that was fortunate enough to have his buds graced by that sweet, sweet hollandaise sauce would have personally put his cranium in front of that bullet. I sure know that I would have.
So, did you get the recipe?
No, unfortunately, I didn't have the foresight. You know, I tried making it back at home, but I just can't get it quite right, see?
It was the consistency, see? It was a goddamned miracle what that man could do with an egg
A
sack.
miracle she was. A miracle she was, boys. Say, why come down here knowing full well that I already tried to put you back in this slammer? Why take the chance?
It's that stash, see? It's that greasy stash you got your stubby jimmies wrapped around.
And what might it be about that greasy little stash that got your panties in a bunch, Sergeant?
You ain't heard? That there's the stash. The Gentlemen Stache. It's an ancient artifact passed down through generations. They say it was forged by the gods before the beginning of time.
Well, that all sounds very fancy. But I wonders, what's in it for me? And what's in it for you, Mr.
Senior. Take, Stubson, Sr. That stash, that greasy stash, well, it has a power unlike anything else on this earth, see? That stash could change the course of history as we know it. Problem is, we just don't know much about it, see?
I knows a way that we can test it for choice. The Greasomatic 9000. A marvelous and whimsical machine. Gotta calibrate it just right.
The greasomatic? It just can't be, see?
They say there was only two ever made in the world. They say that the second one was stolen long, long ago by a grubby king and hidden somewheres in the hills of Scotland. But this right here was passed down to me by my great-great-grandpapa. He smuggled it out of the war.
Does it really do what they say it does? See?
Oh, she does it all right. Sorts the wheat from the chaff, sorts the beggars from the choosers. Only the finest, greasiest, daintiest nug will pass high test. So if the Gentlemen Stache really is what you says it is, old Mary Jane here is gonna prove it.
Cannot compute the Gentlemen Stache. I repeat, the Mary Jane is greasy, greasy, greasy. Boys, warning, warning. Cannot compute error, Captain, Captain. We are going down. I repeat, the search has been